Good afternoon. This week's posting is for Modular 5. It's on religion, spirituality, and ethics. I'll be talking about the extra reading that was posted in this modular titled Understanding and Addressing the Needs of Atheists. I found this week's reading very interesting, to the point I spent a little bit of extra time reading more articles on atheists and higher education. This was something I never studied or researched or even thought about in the higher education environment. I guess the main reason is because I've never been around anyone who was atheist, either in my personal life or while working with students. However, I'm sure we have many atheist students on our campus, but they're not as vocal or take a stance like some of our other diversity groups. This is not their fault, as society as a whole has often stigmatized atheists as immoral, evil, or God-hating, just because they do not believe in God. Students having to deal with this stigmatization find themselves hiding that aspect of their identity. Also, a lot of these students are still trying to figure out their identity during their college years. In the article written by R.W. Converse on atheist as a positive social force, illustrated the three types of atheists based on how they express their non-beliefs in their lives. The first type, which is the most common, accepts that God does not exist, but does not give much thought to the position and has a difficulty justifying it. The second type accepts the position that God does not exist, but they can offer an articulated statement on that position by incorporating his or her knowledge from religion, science, and technology. The third type differs from the second in the willingness to both publicly take a stance and structure life around atheism. As you can see, some of these students need assistance or guidance in sorting out their beliefs or articulating their identity while they're still on our college campuses. That is why it's important, or our responsibilities as educators, to create a welcoming environment that encourages atheism students to come forward, share their views like other students, give them the opportunity to explore their inner development in a safe space. But a lot of critics say that this will be impossible as long as student fairs continually use spiritual and faith development models like Park's faith development model theory, which assumes students believe in higher power of some sort. If we continue to use this, which was discussed in our chapter this week, and I think it was chapter 11, what they were saying is if we continue to go down this path, which will ultimately continually to marginalize atheist students in higher education. But I found this hard to believe due to the research has shown that the number of atheist student groups on college campuses in the U.S. has doubled in the past 2 years, and accordingly to the 2003 Higher Education Research Institution study on the spiritual life of college students showed that 17% of students surveyed picked none as their stated religious preference, and 15 stated that they were not interested in spiritual religious matters. So I guess my question will be, in the future of higher education continually goes down using the spiritual or the faith development models in 10 or 15 years, and will atheist students still feel like they are marginalized in the higher education environment? Thank you.